Alright guys, welcome back to CAD on the mic. I am here with
NerdyBrent over here. I'm Brent Simmons, for those of you who don't know me. Star Wars nerd, 3D printing enthusiast, safe space for Star Wars fans of all kinds, and just here to vibe. So it's gonna be good.
he definitely is. I mean, he is one of the shining lights on Twitter, on Star Wars Twitter, and yeah, he's awesome. He's just an awesome guy.
Thanks,
Of
man.
course, of course. And I do love your 3D printing stuff. The SM33 head that you made, that was sick. That was
Thanks,
really
dude.
really cool. Um Now, I mean, we could just start out. I mean, I'll just jump to this. What's your favorite 3D item that you've ever printed?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I've had a lot of awesome prints and projects that I've made. I'm sitting here staring at the life-size pit droid that I made, and I love it. It's the biggest thing I've ever made. So that's up there. But I think that, man, I gotta take a gander. Um, it either have to be my Stranger helmet from the Acolyte
Oh,
or my Captain Enoch helmet. I think the I'd probably end up saying the Chimere, the Stranger helmet, just because like that's like my most accurate prop I've ever made in my entire life. And it
that
got so much attention from like Lucasfilm and Star Wars, and so I was like, okay, that was a good worthwhile print.
now,
That was
all
a good
those
job.
helmets behind you, you 3D printed those?
Everything except for Darth Vader, if you can see where he is.
Yeah, I see them up there.
I got that one from Disney. I have the files for it. That one just would be a pain to get as glossy as that. So I could
Yeah.
do it. It just takes some time.
Well, like, what's the average length of 3D printing? Like anything really?
For sure. Good question. Depends on the printer you have.
Mhm.
I started out with this Creality, what was it called? It's like Creality Neo 3, something like that. Anyway, it took forever to print things. It was slow as heck. But now I've got some faster ones. I got a Bamboo printer
Ooh.
and a Creality K1 Max, and they both run real fast. And so printing a helmet could take like less than 24 hours usually. But then the hard part comes from like getting the layer lines of the print down to like smooth and look good.
Mhm.
And then, the several layers of paint, the masking off with tape. So that takes a bit. So all in all, like I could probably get, if I had like time dedicated for it, I could have a helmet done in 4 days.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's just, yeah, it just takes time because I don't have 4 days consecutively to like do that.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean,
And that's
work.
accounting for like
Yeah.
paint curing time and stuff like that. But
Now,
yeah,
asking for a friend. I'm totally asking for a friend. What is the best 3D printer to start out with if you're just getting into it? Of course, asking
I
for a
would,
friend.
for a friend, I would literally suggest anything bamboo. Like you
Bamboo.
cannot go wrong with Bamboo Labs. There's obviously the big one, like the X1C I have, but then there's smaller ones like the P1P that's also really good. And then they also have the A1 and the A1 Mini. Those ones are smaller printers, and so those are really great entry level ones for people who want just to kind of dip their toe in the 3D printing addiction.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, it does sound like an addiction, and that's something I want to get into.
Yeah.
I have a space I'm currently cleaning out for just to dedicate for the 3D printer. But that is so cool. That is awesome. And I did see the life size pit droid that you made. That is sick.
I know. It's all black. I want to paint it. It's
Hmm.
just gotta find the time.
Yeah, I think that's with everything, just timing. I felt you on that one. um, Now, I mean, we're just gonna jump into this question I had. What made you get into Star Wars? If you remember.
Yeah, so it's been on and off in my entire life
Hmm.
for, forever. I mean, I've seen pictures of me as like a toddler or an infant wearing like a episode 1 hat. And then girl, I have this picture, I don't know where it is, but it's me sitting on like my stairs after a Christmas day as a kid, and I'm just surrounded by Star Wars Lego, and
That is so cool.
it's just the best. And so it's always been part of my life, but when I got into like middle school and high school, I eased off of it a lot, and I was just trying to figure out, stay cool and like figure myself out and stuff like that. But when I got into college and I kind of took away took a step back and like just trying to figure out like myself more. I was like, you know what? This stuff brings me joy. I love it. I'm a nerd. I'm gonna go full send. And so I would say I just kind of dove right into that a couple like 4 years ago. Just started embracing that side of me, and it's kind of become a little unhinged. Not just kidding, not unhinged. It's just I can't tame it, you know. It just keeps getting more and more.
It's get and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because they're releasing new shows and everything, new content. And
Yeah,
you're like, okay, I love this. I,
absolutely.
and like you and I literally have like some of the similar story because like middle school and high school is like okay, don't talk about it. I was even told by some friends like, yo, look, I know you like it, just don't say anything. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get that. I think when I embraced it a bit was when Force Awakens came out, and everyone was talking about it. I'm like, oh, so now it's cool now because everyone else is talking about it.
For
So,
real.
I think but I think after when I got to college, that's when I started embracing it more. I'm like, okay, yeah, and now here.
Here we are.
um, but that is so cool. Now with content wise, when did you start making content with Star Wars?
Oh, let's see. Probably about 2 years ago. I had I had been running like an online coaching fitness thing for a while, and I was like, that's what I stepped away from. It just wasn't getting me in a good headspace.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stepped away from that, and I was like, well, I still like making content. What can I do? And so about that time, that's when I was like really into my Star Wars era. And that's just kind of when I started making content, little things, talking about like some of the books I was reading, and talking about some of the movies, showing off Lego, things like that. And now it's just grown into so much more, and I love it.
That is awesome, man. Like that's a really good story too, because like I was a content creator for like one thing, and then I totally shifted into like another like realm basically.
Yeah.
I mean, man, like I've seen your Instagram reels, and I want to start making content on Instagram, and you kind of inspired me to make content on Instagram, so that is really really sick.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
now speaking of Instagram, what do you like posting on better, TikTok or Instagram, or is it kind of like both?
Um, I get way more engagement and success on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do really well on TikTok, but I just the algorithm or something, I don't know what it is, hasn't been treating me super well for like a hot minute. Although there was this account that was pretending to be me
I
and they,
remember
they were
that.
downloading all my videos, but in their videos of mine were getting like hundreds of thousands of views, if not tens of thousands, a lot more than my 500. Like, what the? It's my videos.
Like,
Why
wait a
are they?
minute.
Why are they getting more than I was like, it's whatever. So I wasn't stressing about it. So yeah, Instagram's my favorite. I like my community I built there, and it's just more fun for me.
Now, for anyone who wants to go to Instagram or even make Star Wars content, do you have advice for them to do any of it?
Yeah, honestly, just have fun with it. Like the moment it starts to become stressful or mentally taxing, that's when you know you need to step away and recenter yourself. Because at the end of the day, it is still social media and you're a real life person. And so, like, you need to be able to feel good about yourself and just honestly just stay consistent. So don't let it stress you out and stay consistent. That's the best advice I can give anybody.
That's amazing, and that, not just with like Star Wars. That's for like anything really. If you start stressing over it, or it's not even fun anymore, then take a step back, take a break, or
Yep,
reevaluate. Evaluate. Maybe like, oh, maybe doing this kind of content isn't making me happy anymore. Maybe switching
exactly.
over content might make me more happy. It's really vice versa. Whatever you really choose to go with. Um, but that's really good advice, and I do love that. Um, going back into any some of the Star Wars questions here. You got
Uh,
favorite Star Wars movie?
Yeah, honestly, Phantom Menace is like my comfort movie. I say that all the time. It's just like the most nostalgic for me, and I just have the most fun watching that one. It just hits home.
Did you
It's my
go?
safe my safe space.
I love that. Did you see that when they released it in theaters?
Yeah, I actually, let's see. I went with my wife. We went and saw it on like May 3rd or something like that. Let me see if I can pull a picture up really quick because I painted my face as Darth Maul
That is sick.
for it. Let's see, March, April, May 2024. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's Star Wars Night. More Star Wars Night. There we go. See if I can pull this up.
Oh my god, that is awesome. That is sick.
So that was a good time.
And was that your
Like,
first time seeing the theaters?
no, I saw the sequels in theaters.
Oh no, I'm Phantom Menace.
Oh, that one? Yeah.
Cool. That is awesome. I think I went to see it. Like I took a couple people. I'm like, hey, who wants to go with me? Because I will bring anyone to go see this masterpiece in theaters. I think I ended up seeing it like 5 times because
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just
I'm.
so much better.
It is because like the surround sound, just a big
Hmm.
screen, and just like this is how movies should be enjoyed.
Absolutely. And one thing I will say, there's something about being in like this big space with other people who like are nerds like you. Oh, like let's see. For example, like when I got to go to the Skeleton Crew premiere, like sitting in the big theater over there with like hundreds of other nerds watching Star Wars on the big screen, there was just a palpable vibe that was just I cannot replace that. It's just something else. Like seeing your favorite thing on the screen. Oh my gosh. Big screen. Not just a little phone or like your TV. If you have a big TV, it's fine, but
It's not the
you
same.
can't it's not.
I get it. I
It's
get
not.
what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's also
Something
surrounding
special.
because like you're hearing all of their reactions too,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you're like, okay, this is so cool. Um, I remember I went to the Skeleton Crew screening, and I brought 3 friends with me who has never seen Star Wars before.
Oh wow.
I think my one friend has seen like the I think the sequels and the
Hmm.
prequels and the originals, but no the TV shows or anything. He enjoyed it. The other two just didn't really care for it that much.
Oh
But
man.
my one friend did say that because she liked Jude Law, she might start watching it. She didn't, but
You've seen the
that's
holiday too many times, I bet.
no, yeah, yeah.
Same.
um, I I'm hoping, like speaking of re-releases, I'm hoping they're gonna do something with Episode 3 this year because
I think they will. I think they will.
well, I think so, but I was thinking back to when they did with Attack of the Clones when it was that 20th anniversary. They didn't do anything re-release
Mm.
wise for it. Disappoint because that was the first Star Wars movie I've ever seen,
Hmm.
and that one is kind of like how Phantom Menace is your comfort movie. Like that's also Attack of the Clones is my. It's not my favorite
Hmm.
one, but it's my comfort one. My
Hmm.
favorite one is Revenge of the Sith, and my goal is to see every Star Wars movie in theaters in my life. I have 2, 3, 4, and 5 left. That's it, and I got them all.
At that point, just go rent out a theater and just do it.
That is, I'm so tempted to do that for Episode 3 if they don't do anything for it. I'm like,
Right.
that's it. I'm gonna splurge money on this. I don't care. I'm gonna invite like 30 friends.
That'll do
But
it.
I see they have the Lego sets back there. Do you have a favorite Lego set you've built?
Well, you see, you know how I mentioned I had a lot of Legos as a kid,
Yeah.
and I had like that. So yeah, when I went to college, my mom got rid of all my Lego, so I had to start from scratch.
Oh
Like,
no.
you know, she thought I was over it.
Mm.
My heart was broken because I had like the big AT-AT, no, the AT-ST. I had the big AT-ST. I had a Star Destroyer.
Oh
I had like all the classics. I had the Slave One. Like, gosh. But out of my sets I've got behind me,
my. Mm.
hmm, probably the Ghost,
The Ghost. Is that the Rebels one or was the Ahsoka one?
the Ahsoka one, the newest
The
one.
newest one. Okay. I've been
Yeah.
thinking of getting that one. I'm trying to collect all the Ahsoka sets because I rewatched that series recently. And I kind of now I have a little obsession over that series. So I'm like, okay, now I kind of want to get all the sets from it. But that is awesome. The I know what you mean though about with the Legos. I got rid of all my Legos from when I was a kid too,
Hmm.
and now I'm back into Legos. I'm just like, I had some really cool such set. I had, oh
Oh,
my god, I think it was the Y wing. I had the Y wing. I had, oh my god,
yes.
I don't remember what ship this was. It was from the Clone Wars. The set's worth like $400 now. and I got rid of that one. I have the minifigures still. I didn't. I was more happy with the minifigures when I was a kid, so I have those somewhere. I have no idea. They're not in this room. They're in a different room.
In a different room.
They're in a bin. They're in the
Yeah.
mischievous the not mischievous the legendary Lego bin that everyone loses their
Oh
sense
yeah,
in.
you gotta dive into that.
And no, I'm not diving that thing anytime soon. Now I saw on Twitter that you're doing a project for Swagman. You want to talk about that a bit?
So yeah, like I don't know. There's it's a sensitive subject. I feel like on Twitter for no reason. It's a bit
Mm-hmm.
silly, I think, but like the people who run the Star Wars social media, like they're real people, right? And they have feelings, and they're being treated really poorly. And as someone I've worked with clothing brands as their media managers, and like so I've been on the tail end of that before. And like it's just not fair. It's not they've done so much for the Star Wars community. They've made it so fun and cultivated cool relationships with all of us. And I just feel like it's about time we gave back, and this is an opportunity to show them that we like appreciate them. Like I'm not worshiping a deity that is Star Wars, or I'm not like bowing and praising them. I'm just like, hey, these are real people, and like I just want to share just our appreciation and just like have fun with it. And like I love Star Wars. I'll talk about Star Wars all the time, and I know there's many others like me. And I was like, this is something cool. Why not?
I mean, I totally agree, and I think sometimes people tend to forget that there are real people running the account behind the screen because,
Yeah,
and I completely agree. Like, it's a very sensitive subject on Twitter, and
it is.
I will say that Swagman has made a lot of people happy, myself included. Like, they totally made my year last year, and will always forever be thankful for that. And they definitely made everyone else's year last year too, and they're just super sweet. And
Yeah.
they deserve this, and the project is a really cool concept, and I commend you for that. That's so cool, man.
It's not super complicated. It's simple, I feel like, but
Mhm.
it's just a little something.
Yeah, it's nothing too big. It's nothing too small. It's just I feel like it's right in the middle, and it's fantastic. And I think they're gonna really enjoy that
Yeah, I
for
hope so.
for everyone. And I got last two things here. Oh wait, what is that? Oh, I asked that already. Never mind. I got one last thing here.
No
um,
worries, dude.
where Oh wait. Okay, I didn't write this one down, but I just thought about it. You're with NEO Sabers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
You
I
want to go
help.
into a bit about that?
Yeah, so they reached out to me and they're like help wanting somebody to help create this community with Neo Sabers and create content for them that just is fun and can help get the word out for Neo Saber. And so I've been doing that for not too long, honestly. It's been a short minute, but it's been fun. Like I've been able to just have make fun little gimmicky reels and stuff like that, and it's just a blast. Neo Saber does a really good job. They're one of the leading saber companies in the world, and they do super well. And they have epic like sabers. Like one second, like no other company in the world that I've ever had has this.
I'm excited to see this. I'm very, very curious to see.
It's their Shogun saber.
What in the world? Yo, that is sick.
Like it's like a katana sword style thing.
Oh my
And like this
god.
glows. Here, let me turn the sound on a little bit.
What in the world?
It's like one of the sickest things ever. It takes inspiration from katana swords and
Mm.
obviously like the dark sword, the dark saber,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
say that
super
looks like
sick.
the dark saber blade there.
Yeah, it's got like the katana ridges on here, the exposed kyber crystal, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little imperial logo
Oh
on the
wow,
front of this. I think it's hecka clever.
that
You
is
can
so
fit
smart.
You can fit like a normal style like circular tube blade
Mhm.
in here, but they gave us like this little sharp one,
I think
like this
the
style one.
dark saber blade fits it really well.
Yeah, mine's a little wobbly. I need to do some screws, but I've never seen any company have this, so it's an exclusive.
That is insane. Wow. that is so cool. I always love the dark saber stuff. That is just like, in my eyes, I think that's so cool. Um, and real quick, this might be a hard question. Favorite Star Wars character?
Oh, that's easy. Obi-Wan
Obi.
Kenobi.
Hell
Yep.
yeah!
Yep. It's either it's a tie between him and Ahsoka sometimes,
Mm,
but Obi-Wan, I just love that man.
yeah,
Ewan McGregor does really well, but like the character of Obi-Wan, I just feel like embodies so many of the morals and standards and personalities that I feel like I have. So I just feel like he's my go-to Jedi, go-to character.
I completely agree. Obi Wan is also my favorite character. And when I tell people that, they're very surprised because of how much I love the Bad Batch. They're like, "Wait, hold on,
Yeah.
it's not any of the Bad Batch." I'm like, no, no, actually, they're. I think they're. It starts on my list of characters. They're like number 4 somewhere, actually number 3, and then they go down. Because my second favorite character is Anakin. I love Anakin. Like those him and Obi Wan have been my favorite characters since I was a kid, and I'm just like, yeah, that gives me nostalgia. But
So good.
last question here. Where to find you? Anywhere
Yeah.
online?
So I am the most active on Instagram. That is like I'm on there all the time and probably more than I should be. Um, so that's the main place. You can also find me on TikTok, and I love engaging with people on X on Twitter. I've been trying to dabble into YouTube a little bit, so that's probably hopefully something I can get rolling a little bit more here. But yeah, those are the main things.
Cool, cool, man. Yeah, everything you just mentioned will be in the description below. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap up here?
At the end of the day, don't be afraid to be a nerd. I made this post the other day, but it's like George Lucas was in his 30s when The Phantom Menace or A New Hope was first in theaters, in 1977. 30. That's an adult, okay? And now he's a grown man and he's still nerding out about Star Wars. So just be yourself and just have fun with it.
That
That's the
is
best thing.
that is a fantastic quote right there. I love that so much, and it's completely true. Don't be afraid to show who you are and
Yeah.
like what you like. Don't think about what other people think. Who cares? Just
Yeah.
if you
Let's just
like,
be nice.
yeah,
Have fun.
just be nice about it. Yeah, like you like Star Wars, you like Star Wars. You like Marvel, you like Marvel. Like, come on,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
also
We can be friends.
nerds are cool. Nerds
Yeah.
are really cool.
Nerds run the world, okay?
That is so true. That is so true. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Brent in the description below. All of his links will be there. Guys, do not forget to check out Cereal Milk. That's another channel I'm a part of. We do IRL stuff there all the time.
Sweet.
Actually, yeah, by the time this video comes out, we'll be filming another one. So,
Nice.
but yeah, don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and we'll talk to you later. See you guys.